Welcome to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. Isn't that right, Grant?
It's a dirty job. It's filthy. It's fucking... I got shit all over my hands. This is completely related.
And then we let you be the judge, we let you be the jury, we let you be the executioner, too, in the court of public opinion. Coming to you live from Neo, Chicago, I am Officer Kevin.
You already said my name. I don't gotta say it twice.
What's up, Officer Grant?
Hello. I got a White Claw here. I'm drinking a White Claw like a real fucking millennial.
Oh, watch out, folks.
Listen. You ready?
Oh, that was a crispy tab.
It was.
Let's give a quick thank you to our guest from last week. Thank you, Brandon Kirkman.
I'm not going to do all of them.
Anyway, we got a returning guest. It's been a while, but he's back once again.
Been a while. Let's not go all morning zoo on this one.
All right. You know, we're having fun.
Never go full morning zoo, baby.
Never go full morning zoo.
Yeah, this is a professional medium of podcasting. We're not the fucking morning zoo, but I digress. Like I said, we got a returning champ. That's right. I'm talking about Slime the Garbage Man. What's up, Slime?
Yes, sir. What's popping? It's good to be here, Sway.
Good to have you back. It's been quite some time. How the hell are you?
I'm living my life the best I can, man. Just getting by.
Just getting by. Hey, same for us. Isn't that right, Grant?
We all.
Yeah.
Well, Slime, what's new? Tell us. It's been a while since you've been on the show, and give us the update.
It's been a grip, man. When I was on the show the first time, I remember I was on it because I tweeted something about Greymon having a dick in a toy.
Hell yeah.
And I'd only been rapping it like 6 months at that point, but we're a year in and a lot of cool stuff's happened. I've got my first work in outside the country. I've done some stuff in New York.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
North Carolina, Virginia. I just did a show in Seattle in July. Put out my first album. That was cool. Just rocking out with or without my cock out.
With or
Hell
without.
Yeah.
With or without cock out.
What? Yeah, because
we're just having fun, man. That's all.
I'd seen, you put out quite a couple songs, and some of them are really fucking good. I can't remember which one I was listening to. I think you kept dropping like video game references, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome."
That really does not slim it down.
I don't remember which one, but it was really fucking good.
Was it about a Digimon's genitalia, perhaps?
No, it wasn't. No,
but that's next on the docket.
Hell yes.
When's the Chicago tour?
Go tour. I might be doing a show in Chicago sometime in the next year.
You should.
Like, I don't want to say anything, but I have a friend out there that books stuff that's always like, oh, we should do this, we should do that. Like, whether or not that'll happen, I don't know, but we'll roll the dice.
Yeah, and you seem to have like friends everywhere because I feel like you're always like in our mentions on Twitter, and like people will point out like who was it? Gluminati was like, dude, you know everyone that I like.
Right.
I try. I don't even know who that guy is really. I know that they make music. Or no, not music, clothes.
Yeah, t-shirts.
A friend of mine, actually, a province over in Nova Scotia, like who are like on the same tier of like small time. He knows them too. It's just the internet's small as hell, especially when you spend all of your time on it.
Yeah,
that is true.
It's too true. It's depressing.
I wouldn't go that far. I think it's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing a show.
Yeah.
Right.
Pull it together.
Right. My bad.
But hey, we got some exciting show news this week.
Yeah, boy.
We just put out a new video for the first time in a year?
Probably.
So
and it's like a video, not just like we go to a weird place and do weird shit and talk to weird people. It's a video, but this is like
when you go to somebody's small festival and just point at it and just be like,
yeah,
look at these fucking losers.
Yeah, this is not the point and laugh at variety. This was a pre-written video.
I mean, to be fair, we never pointed and laughed at anyone. We were just like, hey, look at this.
Not to their face.
Look at this Shrek Fest. Look at this Naruto run around Trump Tower. This is crazy, right? Those were positive experiences. All right. Anyways, this is an even more positive experience. We wrote a script and like shot with a camera and did editing. And if you go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com, and you go to that search bar, you type in Thought Cops, you hit subscribe, you smash the like button, you smash the subscribe button. We made a parody Justin Wang video.
That's right.
And
you really banged that out, man.
Thank you.
That was cool. Did you guys, was he aware of that at all prior?
No.
That's tight as hell.
Yeah, I feel like that would have detracted from the magic of it. But if you're a patron, fuck, I can't read that word. Jesus.
Patreoni.
If you're
You sound like a robot.
if you're a Patreoni, if you're a $5 or a $10 Patreoni, you get a credit at the end of the video.
And we're going to be doing more videos. This is not a joke. This is not a false alarm.
No, this is, yeah.
We already got another one that's about to be shot, so get ready for that.
And this is going to
Y'all.
blow your fucking dick right off.
Yeah. This was just a fucking warm-up. And so was the next one.
Got some more show news. I was on an episode of Brandon Kirkman's Pod Zuki.
That's right.
We watched the Netflix Dolomite movie with Eddie Murphy.
Now, let me get this straight. Of course, if you listen to the last episode, Brandon Kirkman was on the show.
Yeah.
He hosts the show with Martin Felshman, who's been on the show, as well as Luke Flip.
Yep.
And the premise is that it's a kaiju, which is a monster, like a movie monster theme, kaiju-themed podcast, but you guys watched Dolomite.
I mean, to be fair, Eddie Murphy has played roles like the Nutty Professor and Norbit.
Okay, yeah. The Nutty Professor
sort of
is
a
a kaiju. Yeah. Okay. By the transitive property, I suppose that's true.
Exactly.
The cryptid, it can be construed that way.
Yes.
Yes. So that should be out, I think, around Thanksgiving or so.
Yeah.
Great movie, by the way. I fucking
Also,
loved it.
Great thing to put on at Thanksgiving dinner with the family.
The Dolomite movie?
No, the episode that you're on.
Oh, sure.
Just a suggestion to the. There's a lot of broken families out there. Maybe this
Right.
little
Godzilla binds those ties, man.
Podzuki, but
Oh yeah, no. What's the content of Podzuki, man? Jesus,
He fucking got you, dude.
fucking got my ass. I'm trying my best.
so we're on Stitcher, and maybe you're on listening to this on Stitcher right now, and if you are, tell your friends.
One of 7 people that are currently listening, according to our
God.
statistics.
Don't-
But make it more. If Stitcher's your home place for listening to podcasts, fucking we're on there now.
I don't even know what the fuck Stitcher is,
I don't know.
but we're on there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about it. Sometimes I mention the podcast and they're like, "Oh, you guys on Stitcher?" I'm like, real rude, like,
And then they put their thumbs with the L on the forehead and go, loser alert.
And the
then-
years stopped coming. Then it was that what you were gonna do?
No.
Okay. What were you gonna do?
Oh, I wasn't gonna do that.
I wasn't either, but
Okay.
it doesn't matter what I was going to do. Let's just move on.
Speaking of moving on, 2 minutes of hate.
Oh, okay, all right. 2 minutes of hate. You must, of course, be talking about that very famous segment of the show where we tend to punish those people who annoy us on the internet. They do all these things.
Yeah.
We go on twitter.com, facebook.com, instagram.com, and I'm like, the fuck? This again?
Boys are just chugging right along.
So I'll get right to it. My 2 minutes of hate this week, this comes at the heels of the new Star Wars movie coming out.
Yeah.
The never-ending debate between practical effects and CGI effects.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
people complained a lot about the prequel.
Everything. Oh, right. Yeah, the prequels.
Everything, but to narrow it down here for the sake of the show, people complained about the CGI and the Star Wars prequels. It was too prevalent. It was just too much. And the newer ones set to rectify that to some extent, but now you have a lot of prequel apologists who were like, those were good, these are bad. They're just sort of relying on whatever. And some people are like, practical effects look stupid. They're fucking puppets, for God's sakes, and CGI's come so
fuck
far.
off.
I
What's realer
tend
than
to,
a puppet, man? That shit's in front of you. Like,
no, I
literally.
I tend to agree with that. I do think that CGI has come a long way since it did in, for example, the mid 2000s when those movies were released.
Yeah.
Early 2000s rather.
And I mean, the thing with practical effects, though, is a lot of times they use CGI just to clean it up, you know? So it's like, I'm of the opinion that like practical effects are good, like preferential in most circumstances, but like every movie that uses practical effects, like CGI's in something, you know?
Yeah, and I do appreciate that. I know you talked in a recent episode about that Dark Crystal show. That was practical effects, right?
It was all practical, but they used CGI for like the faces and for some of the little movements. But I mean, and also a beautiful show. Everybody watched that.
So
I couldn't get through the first one.
Really? The movie or the first episode?
No, well, I love the movie. I mean, like the first episode of the show, because when it came out, I was like, I'm so ready to be invested and veg out. I'm going to put on my slanket. I'm going to eat some popcorn. I'm just going to dive in. And then, I don't know, it just felt more grandiose than that series was ever intended to be, because a lot of that lore is like willy-nilly. Yeah. Like in the movie, it's just like buzzwords. And then the intro was like, there were 5 tribes, and all of them looked like contorted, melted rubber. Like, I don't know, it just felt a little much for me.
So you're saying you don't like the puppets?
No, I like puppets. It's just I didn't want to take them too seriously.
So I think you got to watch a little further in. But yeah, it's serious. But there's you know, I don't know. I loved it.
The other aspect of this is, while I do appreciate practical effects, I do get very sick of the very preachy aspect of people who are super preachy about practical effects. It's like absolutely no CGI. They're just kind of like stuck in the past in some respect.
It's like vinyl purists.
Yeah. But this is
like people who actively like still watch every single upload of like Nostalgia Critic and Angry Video Game Nerd.
Exactly.
Like, this is how it was in the day. Remember when I wasn't even born yet?
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a debate that's constantly coming and going. In the new Star Wars movie, there's, you know, all sorts of feedback on that. So my punishment is watch a movie for big kids with no fucking effects. Just watch the old film, The Apartment. It's a black and white feature. It's about adult relationships and the intricacies therein. There are no puppets. There are no 4-armed CGI Sith Lords. Just...
Sounds like it sucks, bro.
Bro, you gotta sit there and watch it. And it's a little fucking boring. I don't care.
Bro, you just posted cringe.
Slime, what's your 2 minutes of fate, my friend?
Yeah, so I had something written, but I was browsing Facebook really briefly before I got onto the Discord. Mm-hmm. When Rick and Morty did like that Fallout 76 thing with Logic, like that cross promotion.
Yeah, I think we covered that on an episode.
They did one for Death Stranding, I guess.
Wait, who did?
Like there was a full Rick and Morty animatic of like Rick and Morty in the Death Stranding world walking around.
No.
Yeah, I just passed it. Yeah, I saw a second. Like I looked at the subtitles and he was walking around like Morty had the baby on his chest and Rick's like, "Oh, we're in the Kojima game, Morty. Wow, it's crazy. Think we could eat that baby?"
That sucks.
It's just a bundle of fun. You know what's hilarious? Always great whenever Cartoon Network properties get leased out.
Remember when, like, for a couple episodes, Rick and Morty was, like, good?
It's not good. Yeah, I like it fine. I mean...
I just feel like if you say anything in that voice, I fucking tighten up.
Yeah. That's kind of how it was with Napoleon Dynamite back in the day.
Yeah.
Overquoted.
It's my tots, man.
I just, like...
When's he going to stream Death Stranding?
Let it rule.
Fuck, he's done so much. Speaking of that, he's done so much other tangential shit. But the 2 minutes of hate I had was on TikTok. There's a recent trend I've noticed that's kids will do like this POV thing. Have you seen like these POV videos on Twitter?
Oh no, kids and POV. Those are 2 words that are not in my vocabulary together.
We're all getting put in a list, boys. It's okay. No, it's the format is like. You're a new kid at school, and there are some archetype of the high school introducing themselves to you.
Huh.
And it's just, it's bizarre because it feel like it's almost always, at least the ones I've seen, it's an excuse to force Ebonics.
What
like
the
this
fuck?
Weird, like, heavily forced DMV accent. Like, I saw one that was, the one that spurred it in my brain specifically was I saw this kid with just this Herculean, like chisel jaw, like completely Aryan features, like wearing a Teddy Fresh hoodie that's like, oh, yo, what you doing with your goofy ass, bro? Oh, hey, what's up? I ain't seen you around the house before. Just like, I know, like, I'm waiting for your mom to knock on the door, bro. Like, that's not, I know that isn't true.
Why do people make this kind
real.
of content?
I don't know, but that's the thing is it's all, I guess this is what kids are into now. Because I mean, like, kids even like a little bit younger than them don't even watch cartoons or TV. They watch like family orientated YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all a slog. I'm shaking my fist at it, but there's a cane in that fist.
I witnessed this when I was in the UK. We stayed at one of my sister's friends' places for a couple days, and her like young daughter, who was around the age of like 10, was watching these like weird fucking YouTube videos of these like fucking like shiny 20-something year olds that were just doing like I couldn't even describe it other than just like what is like it's like reality TV, but it's like hyper reality TV.
Oh god, yeah, because they have their own camera right in their face. There's such minimal effort in editing. Were they doing the things in it where they like go get the insert whatever Happy Meal at 3 a.m. and then someone's like summoned at the door? Heard about those? Have you seen those? Have you read those?
No, but I can imagine.
TikTok creators are the absolute lowest of the low content creators. Just they have no idea how humor or editing works. It just is just this weird. It's like aliens made a movie. It's so weird. Like I know I brought her up before.
The most optimal,
like Angel Mommy, like on TikTok.
Oh my god,
yeah.
She's a goddess, bro.
I'm not saying she's not, but I'm just saying she is.
It's like an algorithm wrote the entire
exactly.
Everything.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean because like when you look at like what's in a TikTok, like the formula of it, it's like if an alien looked at the most efficient ways to make a movie, like why are movies 90 minutes? Make them like 10, 20 seconds, fit in like the most keyword, buzzword things that'll come up, and then you have instant entertainment.
Exactly.
It's the most refined, pure form of art, and we shouldn't drag it. It's the future.
You're probably right. We don't want to be behind the trends, so we got to make a Thought Cops TikTok.
God. I can't even imagine what that would be.
It's going to be all Officer Kevin POV sitting here behind the microphone and looking at you sitting there like depressed when I'm trying to be funny.
Officer Kevin interrogates you. No, you posted cringe, so just fess up.
We should do that. Hey, that'd be fine.
I'm not opposed to it.
No, I'm just kidding. I am, but I want to make the kids happy. You know, the children are the future.
Kind of connect with the demographic. There was an election in Canada recently for the for the prime minister.
Yeah, that guy with the blackface, right?
He won, surprisingly. Well, actually, not surprisingly at all. But there, one of his competitors for the NDP party actually was the first candidate to make a TikTok that just explained their platform on a platter, like the most base way you possibly could.
Sounds boring.
Yeah, it's boring. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's fine. You're right. It's boring.
Anybody remember when Elizabeth Warren did like her New Year's Eve stream or whatever, and she's like, "I'ma get me a beer."
I hate politics. I'm finna get into something. Ha.
Oh my god, could you imagine Elizabeth Warren using finna?
Yeah.
You're just like Googling SoundCloud slang.
Yeah.
So, Slime, what's your punishment?
My punishment is that these kids have to use Vine and are stripped of all the tools TikTok provides them. That's right.
What's the exact difference between Vine and TikTok?
What I know culturally, literally nothing. I just know that the TikTok interface has like, you can pull in music from Spotify. You can add text. Like, I remember people got really, really creative with Vines and like trying to perfectly cut them. Like Ray Sipe was the king of improvising that shit. But, you know,
I think the issue, one of the
frontiers.
biggest issues I have with TikTok is the weird frame rate. It's good. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but it's all of
like
these,
where it looks like it's a little too fast. Sort of.
When they're doing this lip sync and they're moving, like it just like creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's always like,
I get that uncanny valley where
exactly,
it's like,
yeah.
it's like mechanical. Yeah. So no, I remember that in the The fucking hit or miss one with like the cosplay girl.
Yeah.
That's the only one that's the only TikTok that I care about.
I saw a bunch of these a while back where it was some chick was dressed as Rick from Rick and Morty.
I was gonna say those where it's like the Green Day remix. I walk this lonely road, the only one. It's like sped up.
Fucking sped up, and like she's just like it's so
like
creepy.
Complete garbage.
It's so bad.
She's just like chugging along. It's like someone animated it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Speaking of complete garbage, so everyone knows my life's been going, just spiraling out of control, going downhill. I'm falling asleep watching fight videos, having terrific nightmares. And one thing, because I'll watch these videos and you have different types of videos and different types of interactions. You got people that like physically fight and then only verbally fight. You got people that like react or don't react. And, I'm sitting there, I'm taking notes on all this shit.
How to be normal.
I can turn it into content. And there's this one trend that I notice in fight videos, and it's one of my favorite things, is when like someone will, let's say, use like a bigoted racial slur, right?
For example,
any of them.
Like, no, I'm just kidding.
Come on, it rhymes with something.
The between M and O word.
Okay.
Someone will say that, and someone will be like filming it. And be like, hey, you just called me the between M and O word. And they'll be like, yeah, I said it. And they'll say it like a bunch more times. And they'll be like, well, I got you on film saying that. Like, I'm going to put this on Facebook. You're going to lose your job. All this shit's going to happen. They're like, I don't care. And they keep saying it and they keep saying it. And then what they'll do, and this always bewilders me, is then the person that said the between M and O word will take out their camera and go, well, you're filming me. Well, now I'm filming you. How do you like it? And it's like, I have video footage of you saying the between M and O word.
Yeah.
And you're like you're filming
guns,
me.
Like, if you point them at each other, no one risks anything. You're still in the red. Yeah. Like, the only thing you can hope to do is cut it later, start crying when you record, and pretend they hit you.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it, because it's just like, well, if you're just standing there and recording and you're just going, hey, you called me a slur, and like, what are you going to upload?
And you watch these to fall asleep.
You say it 10 times backwards on your end of the camera, and it undoes it.
Like, what I want to know what the end goal is for these people. Like, they're going to upload it to Facebook or YouTube, and it's just going to be like two people in an argument with questionable context. And you're like, well, what happened? And it's like, oh, because someone will point out that this was, some guy said the between the M and the O word. And then, like the story will make the news and the person that said the word will get fired anyway. So it's like, what did you think was going to come out of this interaction?
I always wonder if people ever you ever see the movie Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, I haven't yet. I would like to.
Do you think anyone ever tries to like create content like that, or like put themselves in those situations and then sell it to like WorldStar?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's a good number of that stuff is just manufactured.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just because there's just the sheer volume of it and the situations that people find themselves in. Like,
they should
there's
just
a lot of them
speed
that
it up.
happen.
Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah. Just put it at 0.15 and let it go, so they can have that uncanny, like, people are fighting and it looks like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah. Put a remix of a Green Day song on top of it.
Put Caramel dancing over it.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can think of that's sort of the antithesis of that is every once in a while I'll watch one of these videos. People will be like, hey, what happened as a result of this? And then there will be a news article that's like, man lost his job for saying the between M and O word at work sort of thing. And it's like, well, yeah. So,
well, I mean,
I don't know if it's worth it to sell that to WorldStar when you just lost your job, your salary.
It's a living.
I guess.
The victim was quoted as saying, it's a living, in the Flintstones voice. Just at the tail end of the article.
Yeah, so in terms of punishment, I think anytime this happens, where someone's filming someone, they're saying things they shouldn't be saying, and then the other person takes out their camera and goes, well, I'm recording you. I think what happens is now I have to appear and I have to take a video of them.
To create the trifecta.
Yeah.
And you just taking a video of them filming each other?
Yeah.
And then you
omnipotent third party.
Just you can like add it to your nighttime collection. You sick fuck.
It's the most Grant gets so into watching fight videos, he's grassroots about it, and he's just creating his own for just at home, just him.
One of these days, I'm just going to go on the computer here and see a folder labeled nighttime collection, and I'm going to be just... I'm going to walk right back out the door.
It's going to be like my porn collection, but you're going to like click it, and it's just going to be like people fighting each other.
I don't doubt it.
I would probably be more likely to have fight videos saved on my computer than I would porn.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
That's an evening, man. You know, if the power goes out, if the internet goes down, you can sit down and kick back,
grab a bottle of lube,
a White Claw.
Oh yeah, right. White Claw. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and often kinda unusual punishment.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, that does sound a little bit interesting.
Give me an example.
For example, guess what? The millennials are at it again.
Damn it.
We did it, boys.
They kill this time.
We killed another one. That's right, we killed this article titled, How Millennials Have Killed the Manhattan Power Lunch.
I didn't know that was particular to just Manhattan.
So, Slime, you said you've done a show in New York. Did you happen to fit a Manhattan Power Lunch in there?
I do remember walking from the Airbnb with a bunch of other sweaty fellow SoundCloud rappers to a pizza place that sold slices for $1. I felt pretty powerful in that moment. We didn't really make any moves. We just kind of laughed at strangers, and I did feel powerful. It's an important part of my culture.
I don't know if that's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, not quite.
Speaking my truth, excuse me. I would appreciate it if you didn't infringe on that.
Believe all slimes.
The ideal that this embodies, which is power as the main course, with salad on the side.
Jesus, god damn it, I hate this so much.
Isn't long for this world. Because it says, changing tastes and lifestyles mean that younger executives prefer lighter dishes and mineral water to prime rib and martinis. That's right.
I mean, what is defined as power for the main course? Is that just like red meat and like caveman food that like gives you power?
It sounds like it's probably I think it's prime
more of like
rib with a little fig leaf or something on the side.
I think it's more of a time-based power, like a power hour, a power lunch, that sort of. Like you get down to business, you got a power lunch, you get back in the office, you fuck your secretary, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Power lunch is just a bunch of Coke.
Yeah. A lunch of Coke down in the bathroom.
This is how moves are made. This is how business is done.
Well, speaking of business getting done, so the article says in here, so much happens there. Star Wars creator George Lucas wooed his future wife, author Jay McKinnon, some Jay guy, Jay Leno, clinched a TV show deal. And this is my favorite part. And late Fox News Channel boss Roger Ailes loved to go, quote, just so I can irritate liberals. Millennials have killed Roger Ailes. Thanks a lot, assholes.
You know, the liberal kryptonite, if anything, is eating lunch far away from them and just gaining power as you do it.
Gaining fucking heart disease from eating your shitty fucking lunch.
So these days, yeah, it sounds like people are getting their power from grabbing a big old slice on the street instead of spending $80 at a lunch in Manhattan.
Just got to wipe the sweat off of your brow with those shitty brown little napkins. Ignore that it's 90 degrees and you're wearing trip pants.
I want to find...
Another one bites the dust, I suppose.
There's another quote in here, and I'm not finding it, where it said something along the lines of like, yeah, sure, the power lunch was, this sort of like manly, like anti-woman, like misogynist sort of thing.
Pretty much all white people, guys, just the fellas.
All old, fat, white men are all doing it. But still, it holds like a high regard in like just the cultural aspect. And it's just like, fuck this. This is fucking stupid.
Well, it's like, I don't know, was man spreading ever like a big thing in your guys' area? Like when you're riding the train or something, would people like kick each other in the nuts if they saw them?
Oh, Jesus. Not to that extent, no. But I mean, it's definitely discussed quite a bit here.
I mean, like, I don't know. I don't live in a place where like you have transit like that and people are often. But I've done that pose and I've never meant it as like, oh God, like I'm really got to flex my muscles here. I just trying to not have my nut stick to my leg.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, it's just all in the same ballpark.
I mean, it's weird when people sort of like attribute these, subconscious like affects to things like, oh, well, you're mansplaining. I'm just talking. I don't know. It's a podcast. I don't know what to tell you.
I believe Kevin had a pretty phenomenally viral tweet around this same concept.
Was it the shorts one?
That one went hard as a bitch.
Which, give me some more context.
It was at the toxic masculinity shorts in the winter.
I've been wearing shorts in the winter.
Yeah, that was partially inspired by you.
Oh, great. Thanks.
So that was an attack on you. And everybody on the internet agreed with me.
Passive aggressive much?
So we got another one. Cross another one off the list.
Yeah.
The Manhattan Power Lunch.
It's dead.
You fired. Who's that?
Shit.
Slime, do you know who says that?
Grant Cardone.
My dad? I've heard him say that before.
No.
So this is done. It's over. The punishment.
Rest in peace, the Power Lunch. Laid to rest alongside relationships, the real estate industry, honeymoons, handshakes.
What the fuck?
Breakfast cereal, 9-to-5 jobs, saying Merry Christmas, crowdfunding. Hold on, I'm clicking the load more
Didn't they
button.
invent crowdfunding?
Yeah, but we also killed it. Pants. Apparently, millennials killed pants. We killed Costco, cash, the hotel industry. We got Hooters on there. We got mayonnaise on there. Was one of the ones we talked about. Chain restaurants, lunch, canned tuna.
I don't think chain restaurants are doing
Canned
bad
tuna?
at all.
The Canadian tourism industry, beer, large,
Not true.
large
I literally
turkeys,
live.
Large turkeys. No!
fabric softener, bar soap. There's more.
Got them written all down his wrist. Power
Restaurants.
lunch is
Yeah.
your final meal.
The diamond industry, the napkin industry, stilettos, probably the straw industry is probably on here too. The Manhattan Power Lunch thankfully is on here. Wine corks, golf, the McWrap. Fuck it. Rest in peace, all these things that we've so
Sad.
brutally
Yeah.
fucking murdered.
So I guess the punishment
Cole.
is Cole. Yeah, the punishment is do as Slime does, and we make our moves as online content creators, just grabbing a slice and talking it out and being poor.
No, it's just yeah, exactly. Just live like me. You'll have a much better time.
That's the Slime way.
Be broke as shit and pretend that you don't in your music.
The slime way sounds like you trying to get a lady to come back to your apartment.
That's the slime way, baby. You want to come back the slime way?
Well, speaking of millennials killing things, you know what else we've been just like not maybe not killing, but not treating with the respect that they so fucking richly deserve. Boomers.
Okay, Boomer.
Okay.
So yeah, this is a.
Please, could you stop the noise? I'm trying to get some rest.
Oh, you're doing the Radiohead thing.
Yeah. Okay, Boomer.
This.
Oh yeah, no. Y'all friend made that.
Yeah, Brett Mercer.
Yeah.
He put that on Instagram, and I'm like, can you please post this on Twitter so I can retweet it? But yeah, this is there is this brand I think it's a clothing brand that just says "Okay Boomer" on it.
Hell yeah.
And it's a way of just shutting people out. So, the slogan "Okay Boomer" and "Okay Boomer Clothing" ends the friendly relationships between generations.
Yes.
Yeah, abruptly and
Yeah.
just as embarrassingly as
Just
possible.
like that. So,
Yeah, it wasn't like there was no generational war when they fucking tanked the economy and then blamed us for it somehow, and then constantly bitched about our participation trophies despite the fact that they gave us the participation trophies. None of that matters. It's a sweatshirt company. That pushed it over the edge.
yeah, people are upset about this. People are talking about this. They have things to say.
Okay.
He fucking got you, dude.
What's
He
this?
fucking got you.
What's this image?
It's bunch of kids that are wearing they're at a sporting event. They're wearing OK Boomer across all of their shirts.
You know, the thing with this, though, is as soon as it becomes marketed and everything, it's going to be lame. This is a boomer
everything
psyop.
That's like, yeah, just small and viral in its own little corner will always eventually just transcend and become uncool. That's just the way she fucking goes.
Yeah, we've always been uncool.
Living under so many layers of iron.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even know if I'm serious or not. I don't even know if I'm serious or not. What do I think? I don't know. That's what I think.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh my God. It's already transcended. I Googled OK Boomer, and one of the first thing that comes up was like a Rage comic, first of all. That's based off of screenshots of Fallout New Vegas, but it's like got cut and pasted Doge memes over it that says OK Boomer instead of the text box. So, I mean, you're already at least like 3 or 4 deep at that point, and it's just quit while you're ahead.
Yeah, I do like the OK Boomer saying, though. It is that might come out during Thanksgiving.
OK Boomer, what is this, a dating app to find a older partner?
In your area. They're hot and they're ready to fuck, and they got their Social Security check coming in, so you don't even have to pay for it.
I think that's just called seeking arrangements.
So we going to buy these or what?
I don't. Maybe we should. I mean, is this phrase trademarked? Because we could just sell our own OK Boomer shirts on the Thought Cops page.
Teespring.com/ThoughtCops. You can get merch there. Maybe this merch, if we feel like it.
Just write it in the Supreme font.
Yeah. People are making TikTok videos saying OK Boomer. People are sort of divvying up the generations. This quote from the New York Times article says, millennials and Gen Xers are on our side, but I think Gen Z is finally putting their feet in the ground and saying enough is enough.
Who said that, a boomer?
I don't know. Some guy. I don't fucking care.
Fucking guy.
Fucking idiots.
Classic boomer talk.
So this is a Gen Z versus boomers?
No, I think the boomers think that like Gen Z and millennials are on their side. I'm not fucking on their side.
Who's buying these shirts then? Gen X?
Gen Z. These little toddlers that are running around. Making TikTok videos of their boomer shirts.
I don't know. From what I understand, like, as far as, quote, Gen Z is concerned, boomer is kind of just a word for, like, old, lame people.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, the year that they were born were relevant to them. Just anyone that's, like, their parents' age or a little younger, they're like, ugh, get out of my face, bro. Get lost. Scram.
Yeah, I mean, that does tend to be how it is. I know we've talked on the show before about how boomer isn't necessarily an age bracket. It's almost a mindset.
It's an ideology.
He's the ultimate boomer, Zizek.
I don't know. He's pretty cool for an old guy.
That's right.
He's like, I am a communist. And I'm like, hey, that's awesome, man. Nobody else your age is like, I'm a communist.
Yeah.
Go tell your parents that you're a communist. They'll be like, did you know what happened in fucking Soviet Russia? And you'll be like, okay, boomer.
On the news, you say, did you see what's happening in China? That's what that gets you.
Yeah. That's what they're making these shirts. China, they don't know what the hell this stuff means.
Yeah, that's sort of
the snake eats its tail.
Yeah, it circles back to the once something sort of hits mainstream notoriety, it's just it goes back into the feedback cycle of just fucking pumping out more bullshit for people to fucking purchase.
So what's the punishment?
We all stop paying into Social Security and they all just wither away and die.
We just let evolution take its course. We don't really have to do anything.
So on a lighter note, Netflix is experimenting with letting you watch movies at 1.5 times the speed.
Fuck!
So people are mad about this, including a lot of directors and TV showrunners. So Netflix is experimenting with a feature that lets viewers watch movies at up to 1.5 times the usual speed, testing an approach that has become popular with podcasts and YouTube clips. By the way, don't do that.
What?
Don't listen to Thought Cops at 1.5 speed.
I don't care if you do.
No. This episode's gonna have a lot of important dead air that you can't afford to miss.
You gotta be there for it.
Hey, we edit that out very meticulously.
But you know,
and by me, I mean Zwick.
Yeah. So, you know what? This is art. and it's paced out a certain way on purpose. And I don't want to hear people like, oh, I listen to Thought Cops for the information. Watch the news. Watch some fight porn, you know?
Yeah.
Do you
Speed that up.
I don't what
To speed up the fight point.
you know, this isn't some kind of TikTok. So
This isn't the Nintendo generation anymore.
I mean, I think this is, you know, people are like, I mean, we complained about this before. I know you mentioned with TBS playing Seinfeld at 1.5 times speed.
Well, so they did that because they could fit more ads in.
Mm-hmm.
This is just like Netflix doesn't have ads, so they're just like, if people want to just fucking flip through and watch this faster, I guess go ahead. I don't particularly have a problem with it. There are times when for Fire Bros, when I really wasn't enjoying like a show I was watching, I was just like, oh man, if I could just get through this faster. If I didn't have to fucking sit here and watch Made in Abyss for fucking 13 hours.
But if you had it faster, you wouldn't be able to read the subtitles.
Oh.
Well, Grant's a speed reader. Did you know
I
that?
didn't know that.
No.
Could have fooled me.
Here, Grant, I'm going to send you something. Read it. Read it really quick. Tell me when you're done, okay? I just sent it.
Done.
Oh, wow.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
That was impressive, I gotta say. So, people, you know, like I said, a lot of movie directors are up in arms about this. Judd Apatow says he will do everything in his power to stop this. Because
Why? What does he care?
because of all movie
fuck?
of all auteurs out there, there's really no way to experience 40-year-old version without watching it at the intended speed.
Jesus.
These cum jokes were placed very meticulously. Do not tarnish my art.
I mean, I'm being a little bit facetious, but just a little bit. I mean, I don't know. It's like, it does beg the question of why even bother consuming content or media if you're only doing it just because everything's a chore.
Because our corporate overlords tell us to, and that's that's my worldview.
I mean, I'm
sticking to it.
It does kind of frame it all as a chore, you know? It's like, oh, I got to watch these movies and I just got to get through them quicker. I got so many movies to watch. I got all these movies in my queue, and it's just like, you're just speeding through it. You're barely even absorbing it.
It's sort of like that movie Click. You ever watch the movie Click?
Oh, yeah.
I fast forwarded through it.
Nice.
Thanks. So what's the punishment?
They gotta read a book.
Yeah. What if you know how to speed read, though?
Well, no problem then.
Yeah, I got a book right here.
Well, there it was.
hold on.
Folks, you heard it at home.
Hold on, so I can get the audio better. There you go. I'm done. I'm done reading.
And moving on to this week's Key to the City, where we like to shed a little positivity, shine a light on something nice and all this crap. My Key to the City this week
So
goes
you
to...
can see the crap better?
Precisely.
Shine a light on this diarrhea dog shit.
So my Key to the City this week goes to the cartoonist Adam Ellis.
Did he draw like a piece of shit that you really liked, or?
He did draw a piece of shit that he killed it. So Adam Ellis is the guy who drew a lot of those crappy web comics, but most notably is one we reference on the show quite often.
I know what you're talking about.
Let people enjoy things.
Yeah.
So he drew a comic. So he had a job, I guess, for some website that made him draw things the same way. Somebody explained this to me once, but he's
like, they put him in a ball and chain sort of thing, and sat there and whipped him. And you have to draw really bad web comics.
Exactly. So he is an independent creator now, and I guess he's doing a little bit more whatever stuff. So he drew a comic where it was him, and then it was the other character was the comic strip of the let people enjoy things panel.
Yeah.
And he like shot it in the back of the head with a shotgun, like putting it out of its misery. So yeah,
that's the best.
I call that a Clinton suicide.
Yeah,
he got Epstein. Key to the City this week, it goes to Adam Ellis for killing that stupid comic. Slime, what's your Key to the City?
Boom. I had one that was planned, but there was one that trumped it, I think, literally yesterday, and that was Paul Rubens' Pee Wee Herman, the man himself, responding to my shit post.
I saw that.
Whoa, nice.
Put a smile on my face the whole day.
Give us the deets.
He was he tweeted something for Halloween. He was dressed as a vampire, and he said, "I want to wish you a happy Halloween all the way from Transylvania." And I said, "Hold on a tick. This does not play into your scheme. You don't really have those teeth." And I quoted it, and I corrected him and said "vey," and he played right into it, and he said "autocorrect blah blah."
That was pretty awesome, man.
Me feel like a king. Go right to him.
You
man.
fucking got him, dude.
You got Pee-wee.
You fucking got him. You busted into that theater with a flashlight, and you're like, I got you.
We didn't have to go there.
I said, look at that. But you can't talk about him in 2019 and have that not come up.
God, what a tame thing for him to have done.
I know. Compared to all this other rubbish, this crap.
He's just a funny little old man now.
What's your key to the city, Grant?
My key to the city goes to Eddie Murphy. Not necessarily an internet content creator, but he played a big part in the Dolomite movie, and he did a fantastic job in the movie. Watch the fucking movie. My name is Dolomite. Dolomite is my name. I don't fucking know what it's called. It's the Dolomite movie. It's on Netflix. It's good. It's heartwarming. It feels like we got Eddie Murphy back. You know, we had him. We had him. He did a couple movies that were good. Then he did a couple movies that weren't good. And then he did Norbit. And now it feels like we have him back. It gives you a warmth knowing we have Eddie Murphy back. So I'm glad to have him back. And
this week's
R.I.P. Rudy Ray Moore.
This week's Thought Cop's word of the week is, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. This week's Thought Cop's word of the week is teleophile.
Oh, God.
Do you know what this is?
God, yes.
This is someone who is sexually attracted to adults.
And people use it as an insult.
Yeah.
Certain people use it as an insult.
I want to read this Twitter exchange.
Yeah.
Where somebody got called out on Twitter. I don't want to say who, and they went, "Okay, pedo," and then the person came back and said, "Okay, teleo." So yeah.
It's like the Twitter equivalent of putting your finger right in front of someone's face and going, "I'm not touching you."
Teleophile.
I'm so glad these words exist and that we have this distinction.
Language is always growing. Slime, where can we find you online, my friend?
Yeah, you could find me twitter.com/littleXslime. Everything else, Slime to Garbage Main. I'm on all streaming services, SoundCloud, all that.
Hell yeah, man. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, so this is a single we're going to run called Shoggoth. It's off of a project from me and my friend Fubar Bundy from North Carolina. Lepers. It's coming out next month.
And we can find that on where?
You can find that on all streaming services, SoundCloud, Bandcamp. It's going to be everywhere.
All right, check it out, folks. Now we'll move on right along to our final segment of the show, the voicemails. You can leave your own voicemail at 312-788-7361 or send an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Hit it.
Hey, this is the guy who called in last week about how pregnant women built the pyramids, and your guest was all like, "Oh, we don't know why they built the pyramids. I guess they were just big tombs or something, and, they're probably magic, I guess." Just, if you want to know what they were for, it's simple. Just go to the local library and look up Yu-Gi-Oh! All right? We have all the answers.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Intuitive.
that.
Who was it, though? What was he? Was that Charles he's talking about?
Yeah. Fucking boneheaded Charles fucking thought that they stored bodies there. Little did he know that that's where Blue Eyes White Dragon lays to rest, or whatever the fuck.
Whatever
I have no idea what happens in that show.
Go to the fucking library, read a book.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
If you're so good at it, go to the Scholastic Book Fair. Pick them up. They're all there.
Rest in peace, the Scholastic Book Fair.
Don't talk over this voicemail. Don't talk over this voicemail.
Jesus.
Don't talk over this voicemail. Don't talk over this voicemail. Don't talk over this voicemail. Hey, Thought Cops. It's your friend, Pat the Unboxer. My 2 minutes of hate this week goes to Greek people. Wow, are they annoying. I'd like to put 20 of them in a sealed-off above-ground pool, filled up with tzatziki sauce, and watch them make blowfish faces against the glass until they gracefully expire.
Sounds like something they might enjoy. I don't know.
All right, well, we didn't talk over it. You got your wish.
You are.
Thanks for that morbid little piece of curiosity there.
Hey, bitch cops. Did you fucking see that Trevor Noah Hillary Clinton interview where he just asked, like, I have to ask a serious question. How did you kill Jeffrey Epstein? And then she just cackles and laughs like a fucking psychopath. Everyone's making jokes like, oh, he's going to end up suicided in the back of the head. But what they don't know is they're actively mocking us. Specifically me personally, they are mocking me. Like, they know that, we all know that they popped that dude. Maybe not Hillary Clinton herself, but a Clinton and or Trump associate definitely did. And they're just basically saying, like, yeah, we did it. Fuck you. What are you whores going to do about it? And I swear to God, someone needs to go in Minecraft and stop this shit. In Minecraft. Seriously, they need to do this in Minecraft. Stop these people.
Yeah, we get it.
The Minecraft defense. So go home, make your own Trevor Noah in Minecraft and set him on fire.
And done.
This is like in the Joker movie where Joker thinks that like the talk show host is talking to him. Well, she's laughing only at me.
This is Rodney McIntyre, and I have a question for Mr. Garbage Man, or if that's even his real name. You and Justin Joe have a house outside of PEI where you hide middle-aged children. That's children who are 12 years old, but they look middle-aged. I heard there's children and boys and transgender reptilian children in the basement that you are held them captive. Now, do you have any information to deny these claims the PEI area has put upon you?
Slime, care to field that one?
I put the tweet in all of my group chats that said you can call over, and I just let natural selection play out.
Okay. Any idea what the hell he was talking about?
Not really. I'm gonna deny. I'm just gonna deny all plausibility, regardless.
Fair enough.
Worked for the Clintons,
and it'll work for me.
Yeah, literally no difference.
Yeah, hi. This Slime the Garbage Man person, he's a real piece of shit. You know that, right?
Oh!
I caught him saying the cracker word the other day outside of the fucking gas station.
Say that
bum ass he works at.
I'm only vaguely hearing that
Slime the
one.
Garbage Man.
That one's not coming through on my end.
Shit.
Basically, he said a lot of horrible things.
Get rid of it then. Let's cut that out.
You know, when you're feeling down, you think, oh, I'm such a piece of shit, I can't do anything right. Just go on Twitter or Reddit, whatever. Go on these Am I the Asshole posts, read the replies. Because when I do that, I always come out thinking, yeah, I'm better than all of these people. Fuck these people. I'm awesome. I'm out.
Jesus.
We got one more from him.
I got 2 words for you. Anthony Fantano. I mean, what a fucking idiot, man. That guy just needs to shut up. Shut up. Make your reviews, edit them, upload them to the internet, post about them on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever. I don't care. Just shut the fuck up about everything else that's not related to your music reviews. When did these internet reviewers or internet personalities or whatever the fuck start to take themselves so seriously that they think that every single one of their opinions matters and needs to be heard? It's so annoying. Jesus Christ. I'm really angry about this one. I don't know why. God damn it. Yeah, that's about it.
What if we have Anthony Fantano on our show, though?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Look at all the people we've had on the show so
Anthony
far.
Fantano, come on the show and explain yourself to this German guy.
I don't know. He's done some like good videos. He did like a good Paul Joseph Watson takedown video and a good Ben Shapiro takedown video. Those are the only 2 that I've watched, but I enjoyed those because I hate those 2 guys. So,
well,
to his credit, whenever I was younger and all I was doing was like spending time on Mew, he did turn me on to like a lot of shit I listened to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's a tastemaker. He's an influencer, kind of like us.
Yeah.
One day we're going to take ourselves
I wouldn't
seriously.
put him on that. Wouldn't put him on that level, but
you wouldn't put him down where we are.
I meant up. I'm punching up. It's okay.
I'll thank you for saying that. Well, that just about does it. That about wraps it up, folks. Slime, thanks for coming back on the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to everybody for listening.
We'll have to do this more often.
We do the show every week.
No, I mean, we'll have to have him on again more often.
So you can leave your own...
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a little longer than a minute, my friend. That's super literal humor, very funny. You can leave your own voicemail at 312-788-7361 or send an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. If you feel like supporting the show, you can throw us a few bucks every month. Like Grant said, you get your credits in the videos, and you can also get perks like free. Not free. I gotta stop saying free. You pay, you get stuff. You get bonus episodes of our show, Fire Bros.
You get it for free after you've paid for it.
You get access to the live chat. You can hang out with us, hang out with the guest. We talk shit and a whole lot of other cool stuff. So check it out, patreon.com/thoughtcops. Hold on 1 second.
Holding on now.
You know, for example, on that note, IONetRunner in the chat says, I didn't think it was funny, but then Kevin said it was funny, so now I know it's funny. That just about solidifies me as one of these great tastemakers of our time. So yeah, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Soulless art coalesces, overlaps into a foul being existing just to be sad, sink or thrive, swim or drown, all the same within the black broth. Right fixie of fake goths, form into a shoggoth, finesse innocent flesh just to get your rocks off. I'm a fire breather, bitch, I coffin like the Molotov. Faceless motherfucker, slew and stir within the cauldron. I am Newton, rappers' tongues next up on the chopping block. Hysterics and anxiety, currency for the bourgeois. Every time on OD's another name to get crossed off my list of pieces of shit that deserve nothing less than the gray soaked in piss. Uninspired indolence, all feeding from the same breast. Call yourself a family, then I'm calling it incest. Y'all is insects, you infest and ingest anything and everything you suspect incurs death. Well, I hope it works. Well, I hope it works. Really, I do. I fucking pray it works. Well, I hope it works. Well, I hope it works. Really, I do. I fucking pray it works.
Praying for the work, I sit and lurk deep underneath the dirt with dirt, conquering the worm in all the darkest corners of the earth. Praying for the work, I sit and learn a spell to make my pockets burst. Pull up in a hearse with a gun and a purse, I'll find out what all y'all worth. Doing all my work for my home like a nerd. Coffee getting stirred while a banger getting burned. Bitch, you got her killing clothes like a dirt. King of the world, towards the globe, civil slur. Check my wrist, work, cut until my wrist hurt. Picking away in your brain with the shit like willow, wet like sculptures. Yo, girl, look like Voldemort. I'm smoking, reading Dark Souls lore. I take you through the court and leave you washed up on the Ashley shore. Yeah, I two-hand on my sword, chopped up with a damn instant like more. Got 100 million souls, and I need way more. When I shoot you like Shiver, I'm gonna open every pores. It's a bird, it's a plane, nah bitch, that's a drone strike. Feel like Alan Moore, hermit from hell for like my whole life. Low lights creep below the crust like hollow knights. Slip inside a mold